So one, I am extremely excited about today's presentation. So we do have some Texas 17 ULN alumni who have actually gone through the exact same program that you're going through now, who I want to ask them some things and have you have the opportunity to ask them as well in terms of what their transition was about. As I've mentioned before, this entire semester has been about the transition outside of college, so whether that's going into career, graduate school, or an alternative route. I want to make sure you are all prepared for that. And so before we get to that though, I just had a couple of announcements. So just a reminder, the next scholarship disbursement is March 28th. So just make sure that you check for that. On Monday, March 12th, again, remember that you have your PTD assignment due, so that's the March reflection. I actually opened that much earlier than I originally had mentioned, so it's been open for about a week now. So just make sure that you go ahead and go onto Canvas and complete that. It takes like 5 minutes to do this survey. It's mainly focusing on checking whether or not you're ready to graduate. A lot of the stuff that you did that in a much longer survey last semester, it's much shorter and condensed now. Attendance, again, if you have attendance issues, just make sure that you let me know tonight to ensure that you don't have any delays for your scholarship, because I don't want you to have one if there's a square cap issue. That was a legitimate reason why you didn't get the point for that. And also, your very last leadership speaker series will be Thursday, April 5th at 5 p.m. And then for the assignment for that is going to be, it's going to be like your next step survey. And so it's going to be an overall survey that kind of captures what your plans are for life after graduation here at UT. And then for those of you who are either in architecture, staying for a 5th year, or even if you're doing summer courses, again, I reminded you all last time that you'll need to use your FAFSA or TASFA. Just recognize that in those particular circumstances, you want to get in ASAP. The priority date for financial aid is always going to be March 15th, or in that round. So actually, if the ideal date to get it in is today, because it takes about a week time of processing. So you want it into UT by the 15th, because that's when they start awarding financial aid. And it is on a first come, first served basis. And also, remember to apply to graduate and to apply it to the ceremony, so that is something you'll have to do. So make sure that you check in with your academic colleges to see what the process is for that. Whether you call in or you actually visit the website, you should be able to do that. Okay? Awesome. All right, so without further ado, I wanted to go on and start our panel. And so to start, I just wanted to give them an opportunity to introduce themselves and just give some basic demographic information. So, yeah.
Well, first question, we were wondering when our scholarship disbursement is coming out.
Well, let me talk to Dr. Smith and so we'll see.
Hey guys, my name is Cody Clonch. I'm an entry-level sales representative right now with the Austin Spurs. We are the minor league basketball team for the San Antonio Spurs out in Cedar Park.
Hey y'all, my name is Mike Joby. I am a business analyst at Advanced Micro Devices. I think that's it.
That'll do.
Is it? Okay, good.
How you doing? My name is Ladie Maxey, also known as Miss Maxey. I am an 8th grade math teacher at Hernandez Middle School in Round Rock ISD.
Hey guys, I'm Jasper Howard. I am actually still at UT. I'm a graduate student in the Educational Psychology Department pursuing counselor education.
All right, awesome. So before we start, I'm going to ask just a couple of questions just to kind of get things rolling. But the idea is that we'll actually have some of you who will have questions. Again, the focus being on the transition outside of UT. And so really think about what that means to you and some of the things that you're feeling. And this is an opportunity for you to ask students who were sitting in your seat a year ago. And I wanted to make sure that we had former students or alumni who weren't too far removed because they just went through this process that you're going through right now. And so to start, how would you describe your senior year? And what were some of the things that you were thinking about around this time?
I'll take a minute. It's honestly.
All right, well, that's a pretty tough question. Senior year, I was thinking about what's the best parties to go to before I graduate. But no, on a more serious note, it was more along the lines of, should I go to grad school or should I start working, right? What are my options after I graduated? And I actually know that ULN helped with that decision in the sense that it definitely put me in the right spaces and to meet the right people to make that final decision as, do I go to grad school or do I start my career and then go to grad school later? So, yeah.
So around this time last year, I was actually in the heat of doing graduate school interviews. So I was panicking, hoping that I got into the grad program that I applied to here at UT. And as far as senior year went, it was a really busy time and it was really stressful. But once you kind of see the culmination of all the work you've done, it makes it so much better. And I remember at this time of year, I had so many things going on, but once I found out that I had gotten into grad school, I realized it was worth it. So all of the stressors kind of melted away at that point.
You guys look like you have your lives pretty well put together right now, so I don't know if you can relate to this. But I procrastinate absolutely everything that I do. So around this time last year, I was stressing out trying to figure out if I should apply in Austin, if I should apply in Houston, where I should apply, and how I should go about doing that. And ultimately it worked out for me. I got lucky. I definitely think preparing ahead of time is a big thing. But also through ULN and the connections that I was able to make through college, I had really great mentors through my experiential learning tracks who helped me kind of navigate that process. So.
Just to be as transparent as possible, around this time last year, I was really panicking. I was under the expectation that I would be going to grad school. I was lying to myself. I knew that I wasn't prepared. And then following that scared feeling that you get, not knowing where you're going to go, I was like, well, what's my purpose? Like, what was I put here to do, right? And honestly, that time was like a critical time. I needed that questioning of who I am and what am I supposed to do, because I wouldn't be where I am right now if I didn't have that reflection process.
Yeah, I got that in my mind. So I have questions here, but I wanted to open it up to see if anyone has questions that they would like to ask. Not anyone jump on. Yes, I'll put the cup back. Any questions for the panel?
It's just going to be right.